So I want to give y'all constant All right, it's recording now. I want to give y'all constant content. At least once a week. I want to put something new up here every time, but I don't want to force it. And it's just so funny that I was sitting here trying to force it. Then I got a phone call, which I thought to myself, it's the perfect time. I had stuff to say that I wanted to say. So back in August, I was working for um, I was working for the military. I have been at that military hospital in San Antonio for 2 years, and I was bored. I wasn't learning anything new. I wasn't doing anything that the job was beneath me. And I don't want to say that to be ungrateful. I mean, I was getting compensated way more than all my other coworkers, and that's a blessing. But at the same time, is the money worth losing what you went to school for? Losing your skill, so you're not honing your craft. You're not advancing yourself. I went to a company that was on Windows 10 to a company that's on Windows 7. And I don't know with that, the job description did not reflect the actual job. Um, but I needed that job. I needed that opportunity. I definitely needed that money. So I took it. And I stayed there for 2 long years. And I just wasn't happy. And I wasn't improving myself. And I needed to change. So I quit. I gave him a 2 day notice. And I was out of there. The manager took me to lunch. He said, "Hey, I really appreciate everything that you did. Every time I had an issue with anything you were doing, you corrected it. You didn't back talk. You didn't, do nothing. You just went straight ahead and boom, right? So it was good. So he took me to lunch. Everything was cool. I had a little picture I posted on my wall. It was Kobe dropping the mic saying Mamba out. And I signed it or whatever, and I left it in my cubicle, and I dipped. Um, so yeah, I quit, and I went a very long time without another job. I Ubered from August to November. I Ubered full time. I had to make sacrifices and do what I had to do. One time without seeing my kids, just to ensure that they had what it is that they needed, um, and to ensure that it wouldn't be a transition. Things wouldn't be lost. Bills wouldn't go unpaid. Certain things like that. Okay, it's still recording. All right, so to speed it up a little bit. So yeah, I went without a job. So I'm interviewing, and it's not like I'm not getting called for interviews. Like I applied for 547 jobs within that 3 month span. I went on at least 2 interviews a week. And I kept getting, "Oh, you're overqualified," um, and that was strange to me because you want somebody to be good at what they do. So I knew that I needed to find a job. So I didn't care if I was applying for entry level positions, as long as they paid me a fair amount. Um, but people just kept they excuses kept being either one, I wasn't bilingual, or two, um, they felt as though I would be bored. Go figure. So it just was time after time after time, and this is taking out time out of my day interviewing. Um, I'm taking time from Ubering and making money, so it was just stressful. So I had 1 week, and it was mm, in October, and I went on this job interview for this company. The job was paying a certain amount. and I was cool with that. Like I was fine. I knew it was something I could do like that. It was no problems, no issues. So yeah. Um, so I did. I did what I had to do. I went to the interview. I went up in there. He was like, "Hey, man. So I read your resume on the way over here on the plane, and you're a rock star." And pretty much, the interview was very different for me because I never had an interview like this. The guy was praising me the entire interview. He didn't ask me any questions, no shit like that. All he did was praise me the entire interview. And he had a young lady next to him as well, and she was doing the same thing. It was no people calling me while I'm doing fucking video. So it was no, how would you say? It wasn't like a real interview. It was just like a sit down, let's chill, let's do what we doing, right? So he offered me the job on the spot. He asked me how much was the contracting company offering me. I told him how much they were offering me, and he said, "Oh, well, how much will make you stay?" And I told him how much will make me stay. And he said, "Okay, how much will make you be happy?" And I told him how much will make me be happy. So he said, "All right, I'm going to talk to the contracting company. We're going to get this worked out. You got the job. Boom." So I leave the interview, get in my car, call him, tell him. Call my, I guess my recruiter or whatever. I called him, told him how the interview went. He was like, "Oh wow, yeah, I'm gonna get on the phone." So I'm excited. I'm like, finally, this shit is over. Excuse my squinting. I'm like, finally, this shit is over. Cool. All right, bam. So what did I do? So shit, I went back Ubering, and I didn't want to tell nobody. So the next day, I just started telling people. I'm all excited. And then that was Tuesday. That I went on the interview. Wednesday, I was excited. Thursday, I got a phone call that said, "Hey, I just wanted to call you and let you know that you are one of the top candidates for the position." Top candidates. He gave me the job. I told you that on Tuesday after the interview. So I was like, okay. He called me back again. Okay, so now you're in the top four. He said, "No, you're top three candidates. There's actually two positions." So I'm like, okay. I'm like, "Oh, I ain't even gonna trip. Like, two, it's not that many. It's not, I should get this. Like, I should get this. Like, I got it. Whatever." Call back. Nope, you didn't get the position. So I'm not gonna go into the reason why I didn't get the position. I'm gonna just say I felt some type of way about that. Don't look me in my eye as a man and tell another man who wants to feed his family and take care of himself and other people who've been busting his ass that he got a job and you take it away from him. Or don't give a man your word and don't follow through. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So for me, I was pissed, but by the grace of God, I ended up finding another job that was better. IT manager at this oil and gas company. It was way better than what I had. Apparently, I've been selling myself short. I didn't even apply for this job. They called me in, and the man hired me on the spot. I was a little iffy, and they called back and they said, "Yeah, you got the job." He was all excited. I was like, "Yeah, okay." Like, to me, like I had PTSD from that other situation. So it's just like, if I don't see it in writing, paperwork, like I'm not going to believe it. And then I still wasn't believing it until I actually sat down at my desk and I started. So, so I've been at that job since November. I've been doing real well. I have a nice office. Everything's real cool. Everything's great. But I got a phone call a few days ago, and it was from the guy who put me in a situation for to be interviewed for that position, and he said that, hey, Kashad, they want to bring you on board now. Really? I said, okay. So I said, so do I have to interview or whatever was going on with that? He was like, no. I was like, all right. He said, but I'm going to call you back later with more information. Call me back later. Yeah, they want to just go over all the candidates again and this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right. So went over all the candidates again. And he called me yesterday. He was like, yeah, you got it. And I was like, all right, well, I need to see an offer letter. I sent the offer letter this morning. I read over it. I was like, oh, wow, this shit real. And then y'all not playing this time. So I got the paperwork this morning. I haven't signed anything because I'm not fucking with them. So the guy who interviewed me just called and said, hey, how's it going? And, you know, I sound shocked on the phone because I really wanted to tell this man something to his face, like as a man. But I didn't. So that's how I guess that's what my voice was giving off or whatever over the phone. And he kept like asking me, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. He was like, well, save my number in your phone, call me, let me know, you know, anything. And I got off the phone, and then at that point I knew that, fuck y'all. Are you stupid? Like, for y'all to disrespect me in a manner that y'all disrespect me, and I'm not going to go off and tell y'all the reason. Maybe later I'll tell y'all about that. But I'm not going to go off and tell y'all the reason that was told to me why I didn't get the position, even though it was offered to me. But fuck y'all. You think that you could, and then you going to hire me for the same position? Come on, man. Fuck I look like? I bust my ass in the Navy to be able to pay for school. I bust my ass in school to be able to find a job. I bust my ass at every single job I was at to be able to get paid the amount that I'm paid in the respect that I'm fucking deserving of. I earned all that shit. And for you to disrespect me in a manner that you did, for the reason that you did, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm so good. And God is so good too. Y'all be cool.